Hi there, how you doing? I'm Stephen, and I'm happy to be here playtesting Peak. Thank you for letting me to playtest the game. Thank you very much. First of all, love this little preamble. I don't know if this is just for the... I don't know if this is just for the demo itself, or if this is for full release as well, but I like just a little exposition here, which is fairly easy to understand as well for everyone. Does it take us straight into the game? No, it takes us to menus. Let's have a quick look at the settings here really quick. I love all the settings you have here. Like, genuinely, I very much appreciate having all of these volume options. Extremely required when, as the game's mentioned in the description, like it's a very like audio heavy game. So I do greatly appreciate having all of this. I may need to turn up the sensitivity. I'll figure out kind of as we get into in-game. It would be nice to have a bit more graphic settings, but obviously I'm not in-game yet, so I don't know how graphically intensive the game is. But let us dive in. Audio got out a little bit there, it's fine. Game relies heavily on audio as a key gameplay mechanic. I can't speak. What was that little like ding there? Relies heavily on audio as a key gameplay mechanic. Headphones are strongly recommended. We do have that perfectly. Don't really know what the rank acolyte is here. I'm assuming like as we play we'll like rank up. Don't know what that gives us yet, but I guess we'll find out in a moment. Here's all the modes that we unlock from ranks. What do these modes do? I don't know. I don't know how the game will change, but as we see, maybe I don't know. I'm saying this early before we dive into the game. I don't know, like as we unlock the modes, if they'll appear kind of differently here. I feel like you could maybe display this in a bit more of an interesting way. That makes sense, instead of just like listing it out. But of course, I shouldn't speak too much without actually diving in, so let's dive in. Day 1. Presence is dormant. Training. Father Marin asked me to come by the room so he can show me the ropes and let me know what to expect. This is stage 1 of a 6-stage ritual spanning 3 full days. I'm eager to get to work and find the bring peace to this household. Before you begin, you should complete your training. It's not mandatory, but only a fool would go unprepared, so I can just skip. I can't. I'm not going to do that. We need to try the training. When you're ready, Father, continue and hold E to kneel and close your eyes. Peek into the game of listening. The entity will enter the room and leave a clue. Turn the volume up on my end a little bit here just to make sure. Sorry, I'm messing around with the audio a bit. I hope my audio is coming through louder than the game. But sometimes that can be a bit of a... It can be a bit difficult, audio balancing a horror game sometimes. Peek is a game of listening. The entity will enter the room and leave a clue. Do not open your eyes, just listen. She started at the music box, passed over the squeaky floorboards and moved to the gramophone. She then made a whisper at the gramophone. Hold E to open your eyes. Whispers are countered by the crucifix. Take a crucifix from the crate on the bed and place it on the gramophone square. Game is a little bit dark for me, but I don't know if that is my monitor or not. This box. So we need a cross. We place that on the gramophone square. I'm going to turn up the brightness a little bit on my end. I don't know if it is just my monitor or not. I cannot adjust the brightness. Okay, I'll just deal with it being very I'll deal with it being very dark for me for a moment. That's fine. So left click to place it down. Return to the center of the grid and then hold E to kneel and test your relic. Let's have a look at this really quick. Crucifix. I can't read crucifix. My monitor is so dark. Oh no. The rosary is used where spirits make their inner presence known through impacts, such as thumps and bangs. Scientific poltergeist activates confirm such. Candles must be used to ward off the sounds of choking. Okay. Leave that for now. And just kneel. Wiki floorboard. So that's what happens when they're countered? Okay. Correct. Oh, thank you, game. That's how you harm her. Listen, map her path, burn her. When ready, continue and hold E to rise. To track her in the dark, you must learn the room. The floors are grid of unique sounds. Walk around, listen to difference between the wood perimeter, and the carpeted center. Trigger the objects on the center and the corner squares. Trigger the objects on the central and corner squares of the perimeter. Okay. Service bell, broken glass, wet, broken glass, spirit. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit more on my end here. Let me turn it up a little bit on my end, and let me turn it down a little bit in OBS, just to make sure that you can hear me over the extra noise. Squeaky floorboards, dishwire. Okay. Squeaky floorboards, lock radio. Glass candles wet. Piano wet. Floor vent's pretty loud. I feel like I should be able to get floor vent. Doorknob. Squeaky gramophone. Squeaky music box. Glass candles. Stool. Some of those sounds are like very, very loud, and I can't tell if it's just like the spacing here makes it a little bit awkward. No, that's the sound of hollow. Okay. Prevent hollow. Chimes. Squeaky dishware. Yeah, so squeakies are essentially have two squeakies opposite each other. Gramophone, dishwire. Chimes. Music box. And in the middle, we have broken glass, service bell, spirit bell, spirit bell. So, two service bells, two spirit bells are on the opposite sides. Okay, I feel like this is going to take me a while to get used to, but we'll give it another shot. Times floor vent, stool, glass can. Okay. Let's get back up. This wasn't the training you have just died. I didn't realize she was here yet. My bad. I may have missed something. I feel like I'm praying for quite a long time there and nothing's happening. Let me pray one more time to see if anything advances. Right now we just have the ticking. Okay, it seems like the training's locked there. Maybe I'm wrong. I apologize. I apologize if I'm wrong, but it just feels like I'm. At that point, it feels like I'm praying, and I'm trying to get out of prayer, and then it just keeps saying that if she was there, but then it's like, how long do I need to keep praying to know that she's left? I don't know if that is a bug or not. I apologize if it's not. Let's just give night one a shot, yeah? We're ready to get this thing really going and see what we can do. The atmosphere's grown heavy, almost suffocating. Father Marin warns that the evening hours are when the veil is the thinnest and her movement will be far less predictable. I need to focus entirely on the sounds around me. Alright, let's figure out how bad we'll do this. 3 rounds, 2 item types, 8 available squares. The ritual requires 6 relics. Spirit's patience is high, then she will remain in the attic. I will skip the training. I don't know if I missed something in the training. If I did, then my bad. Okay. Okay, now I can actually see now. The brightness in the training was dark enough that I just could not read the top 2 pages of the book. The crucifix is raised against whispered words and phrases that seek to deceive and unsettle. So, crucifix against whispers, Bible against growls. I'm assuming since it's crossed out that I don't need to use them right now, but it's just good to know for later. The Bible should be employed against voices of evil, demonic growls, and howls must be recognized and addressed accordingly. The rosary is impacts and thuds. The candle is the sound of choking. Okay. So, spirit, broken glass, spirit, broken glass, piano, candles, clock radio. Let's give it a shot. Okay. I'm not very confident yet. One was in front of the gramophone. I'm pretty sure. Then we heard like thud, thud, thud. And then it was the music box she ended up at, I believe. These two spots being very close to each other is a little bit awkward. I'm assuming... Let me just have a look at this really quick. So the X is where I can't... So I can't place on the X's. Okay. So if I can't place on the X, surely... Because I believe it was walk around... Oh god, I'm trying to think this through in my head. So it was walk around past the piano a lot to the gramophone whisper. Walked around on the thuds a lot, which are here. Feels kind of like she did like this for a while. Then she came over, music boxed twice. I believe. I feel like I'm really wrong for my first attempt, but hey ho, we try. He's judging. So... I forgot about the door. There's the piano. Piano, piano, piano. The gramophone. I forgot about the dish candles. Oh. Did she activate the gramophone thing? Oh god. Get up me. Thud. And then she leaves. Okay. Again, replay. The room is still your sectorized. Okay. So we were right there. This one is incorrect. Not gonna lie, me talking over it I think screwed me over. I didn't really place where she went after that. Okay, so you right click to pick up. I mean, if she's not there, I would assume? No, I shouldn't assume. Assuming makes an ass out of me. It's like not long after the gramophone she whispers, right? So if it's not long after the gramophone, surely it has to be here. No? Because if she gramophones, she can't sprint back here. I didn't hear the sound of piano. I was really distracted by the sound of the gramophone. Okay, let's shut our eyes, open our ears, and listen. She comes down. Already, it's... Shut up me. Piano, piano, piano. Gone. Is it clock radio that I'm hearing, not gramophone? No, right? I mean, she's on her... I can get better at this 100%. I just need to get way more used to these noises. Use the spatial awareness. It's like right after we hear the sound of music. So it's not the gramophone, it has to be the clock. Unless it's the dishware, in which case... I'm really bad at listening. He's in front of me. He goes to the right, goes to the door. He's behind me at the piano. Goes to the radio. Okay. Okay. That was my bad, mixing up the radio and the gramophone. Okay, round complete. We did pretty badly there. So round 2 I want to gear up. Okay. Hello, let me rise, please. There we go. So it was chimes and dishes. I feel fairly confident it's chimes and dishes. If it's not chimes, it's the stool. The question is, can one place be marked twice? That is something we're going to learn very quickly. Okay, I feel fairly confident here. Shut our eyes. Say our prayers. I didn't expect it to jump straight into the... I didn't expect it to jump straight into the round afterwards. That was my bad. What's the chime? Whispers. Squeaky, squeaky. Dishes. Talks. Dishes. Floorboard. Radio. Piano. Piano whispers, door thuds. So piano whispers, and then we take the rosary, we put the rosary at the door. I feel comfortable with that. I believe that is correct. Thumbs down. Mess of the clock. Funky tune on the piano. turn. Makes way to the door. Bang, 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 bang. Nice. Oh, the house opens up. Oh, never mind. Okay. I thought when the door opened up for a second, I was like, I can leave the room. I can go explore the rest of the house. Okay. It took us a little bit to get a hang of it there. I had to crank the audio up on my end a little bit, just to differentiate some of the noises. But okay. Her message on the wall is clear. The ritual is taking effect and weakening her, holding onto this. The ritual is taking effect and weakening her hold on this realm. Good. I think we successfully sapped her energy for tonight. However, Mr. McFarlane looked quite shaken by the writing on the wall. I mean, I would be too. Can you imagine looking at the wall and seeing blood being written on there? I think I'd go a little bit crazy now. So, inconsiderate neighbor? No idea what that is. Unless it's a neighbor being like, hey neighbor, everything okay in there? Which it could be. I don't know if you want to... I don't know if you want to leave this like mysterious or not, or if you want to like kind of explain what goes on with it. I guess this makes enough sense explaining it. That your neighbor's being inconsiderate. But also maybe having the option of saying like, hey, during the listening noise, extra noises will be heard, something like that. Okay, let's have a look at day 2. Mr. McFarlane's done some cleaning up, scrubbing the wall before dawn. Ready to take the ritual to the next phase. The enemy's movements are becoming more erratic and desperate. I must maintain absolute stillness in the center of the room. There's no time to slow down the momentum. 3 rounds, 3 item types, 12 available squares. Okay, still high patience though. Still high patience. Do we have any new sounds? Not really. Just familiarizing myself with the sounds again. Sometimes there is moments where like I step on the square to check it and the sound doesn't play. Like I feel like I'm on this square instead of this one, but it feels like it's tracking me on here instead of here. I don't know if the positioning audio, or not positioning audio, sorry, the player's entity is like tracking on the right square or something. But yeah, try and... This one will be a bit difficult to hear, I think. So I'm trying to get a hang of the sound of broken glass. Okay, so crucifix and rosary again. Let's... Oh, you didn't really do a great job of getting rid of the blood. You got rid of it a little bit. Okay. Focus. We have like 4 new grids opening up. That could be a little bit awkward to get used to, but we shall see. Okay. Close our eyes. Think. Comes down from the attic. Straight to the music box. Rubbing on the glass.
You're shaking.
Thud whisper. Oh, there was like one sound that I missed there. Ooh. It said I had to do 3, right? I'm pretty sure I missed something. No, it's 2. Okay. So, it's a thud. It was a thud on the glass. And a relic in the corner? I've either mixed those 2 up entirely, or... Okay, nope. Stick with it. Stick with your thoughts. This is correct. I don't feel like I heard the thud. Pardon me, sorry. I don't feel like I heard the thud before bang. Have confidence. Close your eyes. Believe. Comes down. Music box. Goes to the right. Comes back. Thud. Glass. Yep. Makes her way to the chimes. And then whispers sweet nothings. Banging on the glass to my left.
Thieves.
Okay. Sorry if I'm kind of staying quiet during that. I'm just trying to make sure that I can hear everything correctly and I'm not talking over too much. So it is whisper there, banging here. I don't believe I heard them go back to the clock. I think they were on the right all the time. And it was the new sound, which is the candle. So candle on here. Got a bit of a lag spike there for some reason, not sure why. I feel comfortable with that. Shut our eyes, put our hands together and pray. Thud. Door. Wiki. Gramophone. Now she makes her way to my left, and then she starts banging. Nice. Eye shot, keep going. Choking dishes. Choking behind. Okay, I blanked out a little bit of that shit. So it was choking at the dishes, it was choking behind. Oh, I lost track after that. Yeah, I lost track because it was 4. I thought it was gonna be 3 again. So I started kind of focusing, and I heard the bang, and I said, "That's it," and then it kept going, and I forgot where that bang was. But regardless, it's 2 bangs, so I'm pretty sure one's at the door. Did I hear the radio? I have really bad memory sometimes. We've already imprinted there. So I don't... We haven't shown any signs of going back to a similar spot yet. Oh, curse my poor memory. I'm going to put it on the piano. I think that's wrong. Focus. I feel comfortable in most positions. Radio squeaky. Dishes. Candle. She then moves behind me and chokes. And then it's here where I lose track. I lose track of this one. Oh, I really fucked up there. Why did I think the door was available? I think the door was used. Damn, I really messed that up. Why did I think I heard the door there? So it's this spot and this spot? Yeah, 'cause the stool. Okay. That should be correct. I was really hoping to make it through the entire day, being like, I've learned, I know how to do this now, and then I just immediately make mistakes. I think we can speed this up, though. Goes to the dishes, chokes. Goes behind me, chokes. Goes to the stool, and bangs. Goes to the music box and bangs. Got it. Why are the rosaries on the ceiling? I don't seem to be able to leave. I'm gonna just gonna pray again. Wait, why is it playing it again? We were correct now. It goes to the other 2 spots. Stool. Music box. Okay, we appear to be soft locked. Or not. Me when I potentially lie. I'll be honest, my screen is so dark right now that I really... Oh. Find will. I won. Okay, sorry. My bad. I didn't mean to say we were locked. I apologize. We're not locked. I just did not notice the desk jutting out. My bad. This is really fucking dark. We still can't adjust the brightness here. Okay. Okay, well we did day 2. Nice. Good job. Max demo rank exorcist. Let's do one more round. Let's do one more round. Indie horror game mode. What? Let's try one round with Inconsiderate Neighbor. Just to try. Just 'cause I want to hear the difference. Can you stop playing music over there? I'm trying to have an exorcism. Hello? Okay, but that beat go kind of... I'm sorry, you can't see me. I'm just jiving in my seat right now. That neighbor has some good ass music. Let me hear the difference between that and indie horror game mode. If there's a difference sound wise, or if it's just... Oh, you're just giving me a flashlight. Wow, I can't see shit. I can see absolutely fuck all here. Jesus. Okay. One last round. Inconsiderate Neighbor. Indie horror game. I want to feel how a little bit chaotic, clusterfucky this could be with all of the options. Also, I don't know if this is maybe just an on my end. The game is surprisingly a little bit quiet. And I know, like, we're wanting to make sure that people aren't like deafened, you know. I can understand that, but I have my max volume at max here, and I have max volume on my Stream Deck at max, and even then I'm kind of struggling to hear some of a little bit of some of the movements, but also even like the main music or the main menu stuff is quite quiet in comparison. I don't know why. I feel like you could maybe raise the master volume in game a little bit if possible. Like if this was the volume I was hearing in game, if that was the volume I was hearing in game, I think that would be okay. It just feels a little bit like quiet. If you could increase the master volume and then maybe like start all the volume sliders. Yeah, all of these sound so much louder than the menu.
I know you're listening.
Unless I'm sorry if I'm imagining it, but everything in the menu sounds a lot louder than actually in game to me. Okay. Sorry. And enough blabbering. Let me hop in with the two options. Sorry, I'm starting to test all the sounds again. feel like the sounds in game are a little bit quieter than the menu options. I don't know if I'm just going like crazy. Anyway. Shut our eyes. Enjoy the beat. Listen. Thumping ahead.
I'm burning.
Thumping ahead, whisper at the stool? Does that sound correct? I think it does. Thumping here. Whisper here. To the door. Walks past radio. Squeaky. Spirit bell. Thud. Glass. Oh, I messed up bad.
You can't reach me.
Oh, I really messed up. Oh, I don't feel confident there. I thought I was. I'm supposed to kneel again and listen. I mean, we heard the thud 100%. Like, there's some thudding going on. 100%. I didn't like mess up. I didn't mess up the placements, did I? I'm going wild in my head now. Like, I didn't... We didn't hear a music box. We heard a spirit bell before it, right? That's why I was so sure it was ahead of me. Sorry, let me sort of place it and listen. You know, maybe that techno's getting into my head more than I thought it would. Goes down the right. Goes to the door. Squeaky. Lock. God, I really messed up.
Open them.
Am I, like, really, really wrong there? There's no door. It sounds like it's hollow. No? I'm really stumped right now. I felt like that was right. Okay, so I don't know why I did that. It was definitely... Sorry, I'm really trying to... I'm trying to think here. It's whispers. It's whispers on a thud, so is it there? No, because we tried there, didn't we? We just did that. But that's the only floorboard that sounds hollow and that mixes with like this. I swear to God, it's that goddamn neighbor. Door? Squeaky. It's the gramophone, not the alarm.
Tommy.
Yeah, I deserve that. Yeah, I deserve that. Damn, did I do really that bad with the music in the background? I swore I was right. Hang on, let me do one more round here. Let me do one more round normally again. I really want to confirm this. Give me one more round just to confirm that I'm not going wild. I swore this was like the sounds before they activated, unless they like walked over here. They hit a spirit bell, or was it a service? Oh God, I'm losing my mind. Lock it out. Shut your eyes. Try again. Door.
I can hear you breathing.
Whispers at the dishes. Whispers at the dishes, banging at the chimes. Whispers at the dishes, banging at the chimes. It wouldn't be the same as it was last time, would it? Because if it was, then I feel really stupid for losing track over the indie music. Or not indie music, the thing. Chimes. Banging at the radio. Banging at the door. Bang bang choke. Correct? So, bang, bang, choke. It wasn't. It was music box or gramophone. I think it was music box. God, again, my memory's so bad. I apologize. Go. Speed it up because we feel confident in the first two. Walks her way to the music. Walks her way to the radio. Bang. Walks to the door. Bang. Walks to the music box. Bang on the stool. Banging in front of me. Choking behind me.
What do you want from me?
Whisper at the gramophone. Okay, so bang, bang, choke, whisper. That should be correct, and we should be good. Works our way to the stool. Or, sorry, chokes first. Hits that. Hits the next. Makes her way to the gramophone. And dies. Okay. There we go. So yeah, the desk moved towards me when I didn't realize last time. That was my bad. Okay. It did take us a while to get used to it. But I did really enjoy that, actually. It is really interesting having a horror game where the objective is to, like, just listen. Instead of, like, trust one instinct instead of trusting two. That makes sense? I don't know if that's a great way to make sense, but I do like the layout of the room. It is a little bit awkward that some of the squares you can only walk like half on. So sorry, let me turn down the main menu sounds so we can talk a bit easier. Yeah, some of the squares being like slightly obstructed, like the music box in the corner, is a little bit awkward for walking over them. It's easy enough to like place a piece on them, but like walking over it is a little bit awkward. Overall, I'm really happy with that. It did take me a while to get used to the surround sound audio, and again, I don't think I did that great with the surround sound audio, especially when we turned on the indie music. Like, I thought my choices were correct when it came to that point, but I don't know if that was just the music actually obstructed a lot more than I thought it did, or if my mind just genuinely blanked and I did place the wrong things. If it was my mind genuinely blanking and placing the wrong things, I do apologize. Is there anything else? Yeah, I did mention it during the gameplay as well. The positioning of the character walking over the squares felt a little bit awkward at times. Like when I was trying to trigger the glass sound just to confirm how that sounded in my head. There were quite a few times I tried to walk over it, nothing happened. I walked back, I activated the sound behind me. I tried to walk over the glass again, I heard nothing, and then I walked backwards and I triggered the sound behind me. So I don't know if that was just... Maybe I just wasn't walking enough onto the square, in which case that is my fault. But sometimes it just felt like the sounds weren't actually activating when I was walking in the room. It was a little bit awkward to hear. But yeah, I believe that's everything. I will type up the rest of my thoughts as well afterwards. And I am genuinely excited to see like where the rest of this will go. I'm curious what these other modes are. Or if there is any other modes being added on launch as well. I will give Inconsiderate Neighbor a shot after this recording, just to see if I do any better at it. And yeah, I believe that is everything on my end. So again, thank you for letting me try the demo. I will type up all my feedback afterwards, and I look forward to seeing how the game turns out when it fully launches. Thank you again, and goodbye.